Hello and welcome to this video review of this fountain pen. Its manufacturer is called Yiren, Y-I-R-E-N, and its model name is a number 359, as is usual with Chinese manufacturers these days. This video is divided into two parts. The first is an overview of the physical aspects of a pen. I'll try to remain as objective as possible during this part. The second part is a summary of my opinions after 5 months of near everyday use with this pen, so it's going to be subjective. On the screen you should see the dimensions of a pen now. The branding is present on the finial with a logo that looks like a 4-leaf clover. And it is also present on the nib and on the barrel. The material with which the pen was manufactured is plastic, apart from the clip, the inner cap, the cap screw and the nib. The pen arrived to me with a converter already inside. No user manual, no cartridges or any additional packaging other than a plastic sleeve. Let's go over the individual parts of the pen now. The cap is a smooth cylinder. In some models it's the same color as the rest of the pen. In other models it's a completely different color than the barrel. It's a friction fit cap, also called snap cap. It has no cap band. The finial is a black button with the Yiren logo slightly in relief. The clip is inserted between the finial section and the screw that holds together the inner cap and the cap. The cap does have an inner cap. It's made of almost clear soft rubber, and in the transparent models you can clearly see where the inner cap attaches to the grip section. The nib is not removable from the feed as far as I know. It's an exposed round tip stainless steel nib without a briefer hole. It's marked with the name of the manufacturer and the letter F for fine. The grip section sports 2 deep grooves that keep your fingers in the traditional tripod position. In the transparent series, the grip is the same color than the barrel and the cap, whereas in the solid color series it's transparent. The grip tapers quite a bit towards the nib, and the grooves have a flare at the end to let your fingers rest if you hold the pen very close to the nib. Onto the barrel, it's half rounded, half squared off, with a tiniest bit of tapering towards the end. There's a convenient ink window that lets you see the ink in the converter. Towards the end there's the name of the company as an imprint. The end itself is a tiny cylinder inserted in the barrel. If you own more than one Yiren 359, you may notice that the plastic of this finial may be different from pen to pen. Due to the presence of the ink window, the pen cannot become an eyedropper. Finally, the pen can be posted securely. The cap won't fall off. Alright, I'll share with you my opinions about the Yiren 359 that I own. I've used at least one of them almost daily, while my mother has used her model daily for roughly 5 months now. About the cap, it's quite sturdy and it latches onto the pen securely. I haven't had any cracks or accidental openings so far. The inner cap is very good at keeping the nib wet when the pen is horizontally or nib down. My mother's pen dried up overnight after a couple of weeks of light use because she rested the pen nib up. I had to prime the feed to solve this issue. The cause may have also been the ink. Pelikan 4001 Königsplau is one of the driest inks ever. But since the pen rested nib down, there haven't been any other drying up episodes. If you let the pen rest horizontally or nib down, the nib stays wet. As an experiment, I left one of my pens unused for 2 weeks. I kept it horizontally all the time, and it started up immediately. I have other observations about the cap, but I'll keep talking about the nib now, about the wetness in particular. I inked up my Yirens with Diamine standard series of ink and with Pelikan 4001 inks. No flow issues with the Pelikan ink, but the Diamine ink would trickle down the feed so quickly that the line on the paper would become wider and wider until a whole drop of ink would come out. This happened with astounding regularity, so I decided to switch to an ink sample of Diamine Shimmer Starstick and to Pelikan 4001. These inks are way drier than Diamine standard inks, and I haven't had any accidents. Dry inks notwithstanding, the nib on the Yiren 359 is surprisingly lovely. It shows no hard starts, no skipping, I haven't had tiny misalignment issues, and with the proper ink, the line laid down by this nib is properly fine. As for reverse writing, the aforementioned wetness should be enough reassurance. You can write down in reverse for as long as you need or like, although the triangular grip makes reverse writing extremely uncomfortable. However, this is a gripe I have with all triangular grip sections in general. What the nib of the Yiren 359 can do is flex. If you attempt it, you'll spring the nib. Absolutely don't bother hoping for flex writing out of this nib. Another remark goes back to the cap. The large clip is extremely stiff, bordering on unusable. It will rip paper, cardboard, thin fabric, and good luck trying to clip it to leather or thick fabric. The big clip also adds so much weight to the cap that although the cap can be posted, the pen becomes very back heavy. This is terrible news if you are a student because you may need to cap the pen quickly. You may bury the cap under layers of notebooks and textbooks, or in the case of college students, you may not have a surface on which to place the cap while you write. And of course there are also all the other instances where there won't be a desk at all and you need to balance your notebook on your knees. A final remark is on the converter. It works well out of the box, don't worry about it. It sucks up ink well, The piston screws and unscrews smoothly, and the ink glides easily over the inside of the ink reservoir. Thank goodness for all these things, because the clutch ring of the converter of this pen is glued on very well, so it would take quite a bit of work to disassemble this converter and grease up the piston. For around 2-3 euros, including truck shipping on AliExpress, or €1.50 with untrucked shipping on either AliExpress or eBay, this pen is extremely affordable and very good for its price. But I recommend it only to those people who won't mind the triangular grip or the back heaviness of a post-it pen. On this note, I end this video review. I hope it was useful for somebody. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.